Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Peachy and this is Plant and Style. So for today's video, I figured it's time to take care of some monsters, literally, most especially my Monstera Thai Constellation because it is in need of a major repot and I suspect some root rot in there. So we are going to find out together in this video. So I hope you stick around for that. And the moss balls are dry again, even though I watered some of them yesterday. So it's getting hot in here, literally. So I figured might as well do a whole spa for all these monsteras, and why not? They're doing fabulous, they're looking great, they're the one doing the mostest for me this season, so let's take care of them, shall we? The first one in our roster is this monstrous Monstera Thai Constellation. One of my first rare plant in my plant collection that got me all started with this craziness, if you know what I mean. But anyhow, it's been quite a difficult journey with this plant. It's because it's very finicky in general. It had its moment, definitely it did. But then since that moment, it's never came back as strong. Since then, it has given me this beautiful, perfect, and significantly bigger leaf right here. So I figured it's time to give it some love a little more, so maybe it will continue to reward me with beautiful leaves and beautiful growth. So it's got a couple of leaves that are basically half. I'm undecided on what to do. I have been tempted to propagate it a few times, but I always backed out because I don't want to lose the maturity. I think one of the reasons why I love this plant so much is because of its maturity, and it's starting to look unique, especially right here on its branch. So it's got its own root system that is, I think, gonna look beautiful in a rustic pot. My goal for this plant is to have him looking fabulous as a display and as a statement plant, So to do that, to achieve that, I think we have to take care of this situation right here. So, as you can see, I still have my very old plastic moss bowl over here, and I don't know what I was thinking. Why did I think that this is going to hold and control this monster right here? I had no idea. Definitely a very noob decision back then, but that was back in the day. I haven't touched it since then, and or even attempted to remove it because it's just a lot of work, and I'm scared to stress this plant out because I just babied this plant so much, which I think is the reason why it's acting like a diva. I feel like if I've just ignored it a little more, it would have been probably better. Let's take a look at the root system over here. So this is what I saw. A few black root system at the base right here that I want to remove, and I want to make sure to clean up, and yeah, before it spreads. So it's really terrible. Yeah, so oh my god, it's heavy. Let's do this. First we gotta get it out of this pot. Okay, how are we gonna do that? We're gonna use everything that we got. Oh. Okay. Oh my goodness. All right. So it's really not root bound. It's definitely has a lot of rot again, but also has a lot of new roots. So, okay. So how we're gonna approach this is with water. I think I'm gonna hose it down, and hopefully that will just remove everything that needs to be removed. Okay, we've already made a mess anyways. So here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna turn it into jet, and I know it seems harsh, but it's actually not. Like, it's less likely to damage the roots than if we were to use our fingers. You know what I mean? Jet is the way to go. It actually looks great. The black parts were just stain from the soil. Perhaps substrate has fluval stratum in it, because this is my DIY pond. They are not squishy at all. There are some really good roots, as you can see. I'm going to spray it down with hydrogen peroxide because obviously it had some rots for sure. Also, I really want to take this moss bowl off and see what we can do. Surgery on this guy. Oh boy. Okay. Okay, oh my god, my back hurts a lot. Oh, so as you can see, it still has pretty substantial root system. I'm not gonna put a pole anymore. I've learned my lesson. This is a crawler to begin with anyways. What was I thinking, trying to control this guy? So yeah, okay. Holy cow. Okay, let me clean up a little bit and see where we at and which pot we're gonna use. Okay. Holy cow. Look at that. I win. I did it. I finally got that pole out of there. Oh my gosh. Hydrogen peroxide. This is a diluted hydrogen peroxide. I have a 3%, 1/3 in this bottle, and then the rest is just plain old tap water. Whew, I'm tempted to propagate, seriously. Stick with the original plan, let's not propagate it. I don't need any more Thai Constellation, you know what I mean? So, bucket in here, I don't know if with it just for a second while I clean. Oh my god, I'm a mess. Okay, let's clean. How do I clean? How about some breather? Okay, so I found the perfect pot for it for now. Anyways, so this is it's like plastic. It looks like cement, but very lightweight. This one has a drainage hole because this is meant to be like for outdoors. I am using a self-watering still inside so that will bypass the drainage hole. I already inserted it inside, and unfortunately I can't get it out anymore, which is fine. So what's in there is, I have a sample over here. One second. It's actually one of these self-watering pot like this, and since it's inside, this feature no longer is useful for it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to use one of these handy dandy water gauge that you can buy separately from Amazon, and it's not super tall, but I think that I can get away with it. Like, if anything, it will be discreet. This spot has the insert that you can pull out, and I'm gonna add a wick rope. So I'm gonna be generous with the wick rope since there's only 2 strands and it's very thin as well. So I want it to be long enough so I can like loop it around and hopefully have like even moisture inside the pot and the entire substrate. So I'm just gonna insert it so it looks like that right there. Can you see? Okay, and then I'm gonna add a layer of pon. Let me get my pon real quick. I have this new batch of pon. So these are my old pon that I cleaned, sterilized by bleached. Actually, I have been using bleach to clean my pon lately, and so far my plants do not mind it at all. I feel like it's more convenient way to clean this pond, especially that I have a lot. I have a bucket with lid that does it, so all my dirty pond goes there and I just soak it in bleach for a few days or until I need it. So right now we have some fresh ones. I've already pre-rinsed it, so I'm gonna add a layer at the bottom. Okay, that's a layer, and then add my plant in there. Something like that. Let me see. Oh, is this good? Oh my lord. I think it's good. Is it good? I feel like this pot is too big. I feel like this pot is not looking pretty. I don't know. Okay. What do you guys think? Should I use this one? One second. I have a decision to make. So I have another pot right here. So I feel like this is more aesthetic and this is a better size. For this one, I feel like in this pot it is drowning. It does not look great at all. So okay, so change of plan. This one does not have, this is concrete, made of real concrete, and it's very, very heavy. But this one does not have a drainage hole, so it's perfect to be a reservoir, I think. So same idea. I'm gonna grab the insert I've already made because it actually fits perfectly if I can get it out. So yeah, so this is what we've done so far, right? And this whole thing actually fits perfectly in here like so, and I think it's more aesthetic. I can still have the gauge in here. It's a little bit buried down there, but that's okay. Like I said, I don't need this to be poking out. If anything, that is hiding it. So as long as the inside needle will still rise up and does its job, then everything should be fine. So I think this is looking better. We're going to train it to crawl. So, whew. So it's probably going to be looking awkward for a little while, but that's okay. It's going to adjust itself eventually, I hope, anyways. So I think this is good for now. Let's get this guy in. Oh my goodness, it's a lot of work. You think this is easy peasy? This is a lot of work. But that's okay, because the last time I repotted this was like probably a year ago. So yeah, I think that looks great. And whew, whew. Large form. As you can see, this is very wobbly. I think that this this is too shallow for this big of a pot and a pole, so I think I need to repot this one as well. Yeah, now would be a good time to do it because this newest leaf right here is fully hardened and it's definitely is looking promising. The variegation is very sectoral on this plant, which is one of the reasons why I picked it. Okay, this pot out. Because if this is a large form, therefore it's kind of like Thai Constellation that they usually grow. So I don't need a moss bowl because then it's going to be too heavy and difficult to maintain. So here we are once again. Oh my gosh. We are back in the greenhouse and I found myself pot combination that we can use as a self-watering setup. So we have this beautiful cover pot that actually has a hole and plug, so you can use it as a reservoir, which I have done. And then I have this, I DIY'd this pot, put a bunch of holes for aeration, and then again, once again, I'm going to use one of these handy dandy water gauge, and I actually burned a bigger hole so I can fit this in, and it's also going to serve as stabilizer, something like that. And then I have another pot, an inner pot. This is just a plastic pot with no drainage hole, just in case. The plug ones are usually not the best in waterproofing it completely. It's water still leaks out sometimes, so for good measure I'd like to add another plastic, just random plastic pot there that is ugly but can hold a reservoir, because that's going to be your reservoir. And then at the same time, it's also the perfect size. All these things I already have in here. So if I put this in here, so it's gonna sit up, meaning that there's gonna be room for reservoir in here, so I can keep a good amount of water down there without having to worry, because I can see how much water I have in that reservoir through this. Although, as you can see, this looks very tall, so if I'm like really being picky, I can cut the bottom and adjust this height, but I'm not gonna do that right now because I don't have a saw to do that. So I think that the plant is going to hide it anyways. So now we need some wick rope. This is too small. I'm gonna get more. Okay, I'll make it a little longer so that I can spread the moisture evenly, since it's a big pot, you know. So I'm just trying to stick it into the 2 holes that I have pre-made. So I've had this pot for a long time, since when I was mostly DIYing stuff, because before it's hard to find a clear nursery pot, so you have to kind of improvise. So this is like champagne bucket that I DIY'd, you know. So I know it looks kind of weird right now, but I'm trying to train this plant to crawl. So I needed to kind of find the substrate down below right here. So usually the Monstera deliciosa are more compact and has a very small internodal space, unlike the Berzigiana, the small form Monstera. They're the one that really likes to climb and more leggy. Okay, so I think so if you can see that some part there's gaps, you can use a handy dandy chopstick and kind of tease it gently, of course. So as you can see, so you can distribute the pon effectively to the roots. Alright, and that's it. This guy is my other Monstera Thai Constellation. I got it as a rehab locally, and I managed to keep it looking healthy again. And I am going to give it a bath, just like everybody else, right? She has to have one too. So I just want to talk a little bit about my fertilizer that I like to use. It's, as you can see, it's a formula. So I have 1 gallon here approximately, maybe a little more. 1 gallon of just plain old tap water. And then for this round, I want to use silica. See, I don't use silica on all of my plants, and that is for personal reasons because I've messed it up before. But for my variegated monsteras and philodendrons, I have done this for a little while, on and off actually. I stopped during winter, and so far it has stopped the browning on my Monstera, Berzigiana, Aurea, and my Thai Constellation. So that's good enough result for me. I use syringe to measure this up because that's what I have. And it's easier, it's easy enough. I've already used it for quite a while, so here we go. So I am looking at 5 milliliters per 1 gallon of water. So I have been researching about this, and you can find this on all over YouTube on how to use silica, and this is my take. I do wait 30 minutes after introducing silica to my water, and I do put it first. So let it sit for 30 minutes just to let it settle in the water, because and most of the time it will change the pH or the acidity of your solution. So we're gonna do that. We're gonna wait. I'm not saying that what I'm doing is correct, so it's up to you. You can take everything that I say with a little grain of salt, and yeah. Anyhow, so yeah, we're gonna wait 30 minutes. It's already 5:55, so I'm gonna say 6 o'clock. So we're gonna get back to it and add the rest in a little bit. to add it to the top. Alright, just like that. Okay, so so now it's got a new pole. I mean, new moss also. Right. Okay, so it's been 30 minutes, and so we have silica in there first, and then followed by our Cal Mag. So the idea is to put 5 ml or 1 teaspoon as well, but I now comfortably just use this squirt bottles right here, and every squirt is, I've estimated to be 1 ml, 1 milliliter, so I'll do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And I have this handy dandy acrylic stirrer, making sure that it's thoroughly mixed. And then followed by my Super Thrive. This is the Foliage Pro Dynagrow. That is good for both soil and semi-hydroponics, which is why I'm using it. You can only store so much, and I think this is the perfect size for me. Lasts me long enough, also very easily accessible through Amazon, which I already have in this bottle as well. Same 5 ml or 1 teaspoon, and then mix. You gotta find a way to make it easier for you, you know. And then we have the HydroGuard. HydroGuard is great for, it actually breaks down the organic matter that is decaying and try to turn it into food for the plant, for your plant to use once more. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Again, 5 ml or 1 teaspoon. See how easy that was. 1 teaspoon for everything, all 4 ingredients. And making sure you stir it each time as well, like that. And you can even shake it. For good measure, and then you're ready to feed your monsteras. You can do big batches, of course, as well, but I'm just doing this for this video so I can show you exactly how I do it, how I take care of it. And just like that. Beautiful Thai Constellation. I think it looks great. I think we did great, guys. I'm very happy about that. And I just want to show you how the gauge works. So as you can see, our gauge right there is that red needle is at the bottom, so we're hoping that if we add, I'm actually going to spread it around, making sure that the rest of the pond is getting wet by it, because this one has food in it. This one has the fertilizer. So oh, there it is. Sometimes it fails like that, so make sure to tap it. Sometimes there's probably pond that's stuck in there, so make sure to tap it and make sure that your gauge is working. It's not perfect, but it helps, definitely helps. And yeah, so now it's filled and it's ready to be beautiful. I'm gonna give you guys an update, of course, on what's gonna happen to this plant. Is it gonna lose any leaves? So it has 4 1/4, something like that. So yeah, I'm very excited for that, and the rest of the Monstera collection as well. Yay! So that's it. Oh my goodness, that was a lot of work. I think that's it for today's video, guys. Thank you so much for being here. If you enjoyed this video, please don't forget to give it a thumbs up, subscribe to my channel, hit that notification bell down below so you'll be notified when my future video drops. Again, thank you guys so much. I appreciate every single one of you, and I hope to see you on my next video. Bye!